Hey, welcome back lads. So let's talk some more about the multiplayer in Black Ops 6 because we have an update and some more leaked information about the large-scale multiplayer modes that could be returning in this game. Just the other week we were talking about how every Call of Duty now has some expansive multiplayer mode, like how all the Modern Warfare games have ground war, right? But for Black Ops 6 there is nothing confirmed like that yet. The game will only launch with the standard multiplayer and also the smaller 2 vs 2 modes. However, according to these leaks and rumours, some kind of larger scale battle maps and modes are going to come to Black Ops 6 as DLC at some point. So the first thing that we ever heard about this was a leak back at the start of the year saying that there is a new mode in Black Ops 6 called Frontline, which just sounds like a large scale battle mode across a front line, like a territorial based mode, but we still don't know exactly what that is. There's been no other information or anything. Then last week we talked about the rumours coming from Crafty saying that there is going to be a 64 player mode like Ground War and a 40 player mode in Black Ops 6. So yeah, Ground War is a 64 player mode and we have seen 40 player modes before, so it could be like Fireteams from Black Ops Cold War, so it's very possible that that is what he was talking about. But I was also saying that it's weird that no other leaker is saying anything about this. No one else has confirmed it or denied it or anything until now. Another leaker, Vondia's Pog, has claimed that there is going to be a 20 versus 20 mode, which is 40 players, and it could be like Combined Arms from Black Ops Cold War. If you're not familiar with Combined Arms, it's basically a smaller version of Ground War from the Modern Warfare games, but Combined Arms in Cold War was only 12 versus 12, so upping that to 20 versus 20 would make it a bit closer to Ground War, but still not quite as big as Ground War, just a slightly smaller version. So I think that would be pretty cool to see. But yeah, there was another major difference between Ground War and Combined Arms, and that was Combined Arms had multiple different game modes. It was not just a massive match of domination. It had Hardpoint and Assault, which is basically a territorial based mode, like my Frontline idea, where basically there's an objective that spawns in the middle of the map and both teams fight over it, and once it's captured, it pushes the other team back into their side of the map. So the whole idea is to continue pushing one team right back into their side of the map. The leak of Vondi's Pog also said that there is a possibility that the Fireteams mode from Cold War could return, which was basically a hybrid between multiplayer and Warzone Resurgence, because it was squads with respawning. But yeah, that was also a 40 player mode because it was 10 squads. 10 squads to 4 equals 40 players, so it looks like we could have 2 different 40 player modes. One is squads, one is just 2 teams, 2 big teams fighting. So yeah, I wonder if that would be separate modes or if it'd be just like one playlist. Now that we've gone over what the modes could be, what about the maps? Well, as usual, these larger maps for these modes are normally sections taken from Warzone maps, and for Black Ops 6 there's a lot of confusion about a lot of different Warzone maps, but we got this sneak peek at the new map called Area 99, which will be the first to release. It's a smaller Resurgence map, and yeah, part of that could be used for these multiplayer modes. Of course, there's also the other brand new map called Avalon that has kind of leaked and also kind of shown because some of the normal Black Ops 6 multiplayer maps are taken from this. Oh, and there was the early gameplay of someone flying around the map, but yeah, that could also be used for larger battle maps. And finally, at some point during Black Ops 6 or even next year's game, the original Warzone map of Verdansk is supposed to return, and remember that parts of that were used for the original Ground War in Modern Warfare 2019, you know, like Karst River Quarry, Krovnik Farmland. But I don't think it would happen. But imagine if some of those Modern Warfare Ground War maps came to a Black Ops game. If Verdansk is releasing in a Black Ops game, like if they came to Black Ops Ground War, that would be kind of strange. So yeah, basically, long story short, the 2 large-scale modes that they experimented with in the previous Black Ops game, Fireteams and Combined Arms, are likely to return in Black Ops 6 as DLC throughout the year, but hopefully as new and improved versions, which I think is great news, because that shows that for the launch of the game, they have focused on standard multiplayer, but then later on throughout the year, these modes are going to breathe a lot of life and freshness into the game when it needs it. So yeah, I think that's about that. Stay spicy, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.